It is right here. This what we're doing. Uh, I had to come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I just had to, bro. I had to. How about them Cowboys, man? How about them Cowboys? Listen, subscribe to the channel, like the content. Um, I've said this time and time again after the Philadelphia Eagles game one. I said this time and time again. Um, First and foremost, I appreciate all you guys viewing and liking the content. Um, I really, really appreciate your support. But man, I've said this time and time again for all those fans. And let me say, I got a few Eagle fans, got love for y'all and stuff like that. But I got a lot of hecklers too. I've been having this conversation with people, but a lot of fans, football players outside of social media, just talking. And I told them, I said, Philly, although they're winning games, they should have lost that game against the Cowboys, game one. What'd they say? Oh, man, man, come on, man. Coulda, woulda, shouldas, and all that stuff, right? All the coulda, woulda, shouldas, and all that. Look, bro. Look, man.
Guys tell them, we got you,
Um,
and then when they did stop, we told you. Just continuation of what we did last week. And
Listen
just,
to this
sticking together, and
before I
like I
finish.
said, it's about the brotherhood, and trust me. Once again, we're always going to do it, and do it for Marshawn, and he was felt tonight, and I'm sure he was playing right there alongside with us.
Marshawn talked about the dance in the locker room. His flag, his jersey, everybody was dancing. Can you describe the scene in there? What that was like?
I think I missed most of it. Yeah, that's what it was. I think I missed that part. Doing the interview out there with GP. When I got in there, some dancing was fading off, and
Man, get out of here with all that, bro. I told you that before, man. Stop playing with me, man.
I know it was electric. I'm sure it was.
Jack Connor is again. Is how you guys win. Is that something that can carry over and can keep going not only Thursday but into Detroit, into the upcoming games?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think how you win is just as important as obviously the result, but the important part when you win a game like this, being down 21-0, there's going to be moments when you're down a touchdown. There's going to be moments when you're down maybe 2 touchdowns, and that's not going to be the last time for the season. And when you have a game like this, talking about the belief or knowing that's what this allows guys in that locker room to do is to believe we're going to come back, or know that we have the team, brotherhood, the connection to do just that. I was just talking to Dave walking in here.
I don't know if Vaughn, you're a female or not, but if you are, it's all good, baby. That's what God gave me.
You can laugh, you can joke when you're down. It requires such a unique place that you have to get.
Ladies, welcome.
Resilience and focus and
Every fan that's part of every team is welcome.
Trying to lead the other guys and get
Appreciate you guys.
And when they do, and you end up winning a game like this, this can be huge for us moving forward, and it will be. And as we talked about all week, getting on a run, this is a hell of a way to get number 2, and we've got to enjoy it tonight, and that's it, and be ready for Thursday.
Much better is it to have a record that you set tonight?
That is the Cowboys' ultimate
Alright,
career passing.
so
Dak Prescott up at the podium.
Dak is in it, man. Dak is on the zone. I'm trying to shut this down for a minute. Dak on the zone, in the zone, man, and Dak has been lighting it up. Dare I say, MVP candidate for the year. Dak been doing his thing, man, and hey, I really. First of all, I said I appreciate you guys, man, and I've said this time and time again before that Philly, and when we played them earlier, it was a close game, but we should have won that game. You know what I'm saying? We should have won that game. But I knew going into this game, playing them the way they put the points up against the Lions, which wasn't a lot of points, and they struggled in that game. They struggled the game before, and they struggled the game before that, but they still got the W. I knew coming into this when the Cowboys made the additions, and I was on before stating that if the Cowboys don't fix this defense, they're gonna be in trouble, man. That's just the way you know where to slice the dice. You're gonna be in trouble if you don't fix this defense. And to my words, they fix the defense. You see a total different defense. The defense allowed 21 points, 21 early points in the first half, and that was it. That was it. Cowboys, man, put up over 400 some yards total offense. And let's not look at the oversights. Let's not dismiss the oversights, because I got an issue right now with CeeDee Lamb. I got an issue with CeeDee Lamb, man. And oh yeah, 100%. You know what I'm saying? We on Sunday morning time, but we got you, my bro. We got you. But you know, CeeDee Lamb, man, you're getting paid too much money, bruh. You're getting paid too much cheddar to be dropping those balls, those passes, man. You got to get that. You know what I'm saying? 100%. You got to get that. So, you know, CD got to get on the same page, because Pickens, man, is showing out. Pickens, my goodness. I mean, the dude has to have over 100 yards receiving. Was a little scared because I thought he probably tweaked his knee, but come to find out it was more than likely probably a dehydration, because those boys were sweating like a Hebrew slave with no straw. They were sweating, man, and he probably needed, you know, some water, an IV, salt pills or something, man. He needed something to get the juices flowing again, to get rid of that cramping. So that's all it was cramping when it came to him. Turpin, bro. I mean, like I said, we got some things we got to clean up. It was a really, really hard fought football game, very, very good football game. But I'm gonna tell you, man, there's some hiccups, there's some issues. Ferguson fumbling, Turpin fumbling. CD can't catch the ball. You CD can't catch nothing. You know, I don't know what it is, but man, it's like, hey, bro, we need you to be on the same page with pick game after game. If we're gonna go, you know, deep in this thing and go on a run, we need you on the same page. So they really got to figure out what's going on with CD, man. I mean, he's dropping stomach arm passes, he's dropping hand passes, he's dropping touchdown passes, he's dropping first downs. I'm like, dog, what is your problem, bro? What's going on with you, man? And don't come back later on in the press conference saying the same things you've said before, time and time again. I gotta catch the ball. I will catch the ball. I mean, that's my job. I gotta catch the ball. Hold on, fam. Ho, bro. Time out. We done heard that before. We done heard that before from you before. You gotta catch that rock. That's what they paid you for. And see, it goes back to what Michael Jordan have said before. Paying y'all too much, too fast, man. You getting paid without even getting the chip. And, you know, the offense to get back on track. And the offense is clicking, but he is not clicking with the offense for whatever reason. And so this is what we got to be careful when you bringing in another big time receiver, a complimentary receiver that's just good as you, or if not better. You got to be careful that there headbutting going on behind the scenes, because CD ain't catching touchdowns, Pickens is. CD ain't getting touches, first downs, big ball plays, but Pickens is, although he had one, and they could have easily called it both ways because your arm was extended. But, you know, I'm not going to take away from what the Cowboys did today. I'm not going to take away. But you also got to take a look at, bro, I need you to catch the ball. What's going to happen if we make the playoffs? and you missing balls and you dropping balls in the playoffs, man, that ain't gonna look good. That's not gonna look good. You know, and we got receivers dropping the ball left and right. 19 dropped the pass. I mean, look, I was taught when I played football, man, if the ball hits your hands, you should catch the football. If it hits your hands, catch it. You know, we can't do nothing over the ceiling and all that. We can't do nothing with that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to catch the rock, man. You got to catch the rock. You know what I'm saying? That's just the bottom line to it. You know what I'm saying? I got a Q&A coming up, man. What I'm trying to say, bro? I'm trying to say that CeeDee Lamb need to catch the football. That's what I'm saying, homie. He need to catch the football and stop bojangling out there, dropping these passes, touchdown passes. He dropping first down passes, and he got to stop all that, man. Because when it really matters, you know, luckily we got Pickens on the team, but when it really matters, we need you to catch that rock. That's what I'm saying. But I'm not taking away from the tub. I ain't taking away from this W at all. I called it out, like I said before. We will beat them. We can beat them easily, especially with the adjustments that they made on defense. The Cowboys can hang with anybody. Now, they will beat Kansas City on Thursday. They will beat KC. Now, a lot of people won't say, no, they won't. They will beat KC. They can beat KC. Is not the team that everybody fear right now. They ain't the old KC. You know what I'm saying? They're not the old KC like they used to be. But, you know, the Cowboys will beat the KC. But, I mean, it's an exciting win today. You know, Dak Prescott is a passing machine. He's a savant behind the center, and he's showing it. He passed Tony Romo record. He stands alone as the Cowboy all-time passing quarterback in history. And hey man, there's some good numbers up there. Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, and now, you know, Wayne Dakota Prescott is there. So, you know, I mean, man, this is a really, really good win for the Cowboys. You know, we lost Freeland. And I've said this in one of my other podcasts that this could be one of those runs that Philly had with an inspirational win or run. It could be one of those inspirational wins that the Giants had and some of the other teams had. This really could be an inspirational, emotional push for the Dallas Cowboys. But, you know, they got to clean up some stuff. They got to clean up some things, man. We can't let these fumbles, man, and these drop passes go unnoticed. We had some offside penalties with, I don't know what in the world Guyton was doing. I mean, it's a funny thing. You do something bogus, and then you go back and look at the referee and just shake your head. It was like, come on, man, that wasn't even that. Bro, it's blatant right there. You stuck your leg out there and you tripped the man up. Clear as day. Clear as day. Stevie Wonder could see it. It's clear as day, bro. So, you know, hey man, I'm just thankful that they won the game, and I want to see. Let's go here right quick. I want to see. I'm gonna put this on pause. I want to hear some more interviews for the Dallas Cowboys, man, to see exactly what's taking place. Just because I said it, I wasn't. Now I was ticked off with them 21 points came up there though. I ain't gonna lie, I was ticked off because that was too fast. I'm like, man, what y'all doing? But yeah. Where we at? Where my boy at? I gotta do my homework. Cowboys win, baby. Cowboys win in grand fashion. They won. Let's see. Said the blind man. Let's see. That's the reason. That's the reason. That ain't what I want, man. That's definitely not what I want. Dak looking sharp though, but that ain't what I want. Yeah. Pickens is a monster though, man. Pickens is that dude is a beast. Beast. That ain't what I want. Two in a row. What you saying, Dak? We ain't got no volume. What's up with that? All right, but I'm talking about how many games we got left, who we got to play left, and how will we fare? How many games left? Who we got to play left? How will we fare? Since my audio was kind of acting, it's tripping. Let's just see, said the blind man. Let's just see. So we know we got to play KC next. Turkey Day. All right, so we got KC, we got the Lions, we got the Vikings, the Chargers, Commanders, Giants. It's no way in the world. What we say? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My man said the Cowboys, go Cowboys. We came back 21-0. Let's go. We have Dak. We have Dak. That yell. Here we go. Yep. GP. Yep. We're good in good hands. Yep. And CD, that's fast. And Javonte Williams, who is a good running back. Yes, indeed. Javonte Williams, man, let me say that. Javonte Williams don't get enough credit for what he has done for this team, what he is doing. You know, he came into the game at fifth. He came into the game fifth in rushing. And I know he's over 100 yards today. And so who knows where that put him amongst the leaders. He could be at fourth right now. But Javonte Williams don't get enough praise in terms of what he is doing for this team. You know, we don't have an Ezekiel Elliott, gotcha, or Ezekiel Elliott caliber, got you, but he's holding his own. And Malik got, man, that 1-2 punch right there, man. Woo. Yeah, that right there is nice. That's like Julian Jones and Marion Barber, you know, coming in. You know, that's that right. Felix Jones and them boys, man. Yeah. Well, that was one of the things that I was talking about. Turp dropped the ball. And, you know, I got to go back and look at it and say, look, man, maybe that's because, you know, he got to get in a rhythm because, you know, everybody else has been balling. And they didn't really have a need to really put him in the game and to have him to do anything special. But when they did start to implement him into the game plan this week, you got as a running back, and I played running back. Man, you got to get used to having that rock. You got to get used to feeling the ball. You got to get used to reps. You got to get used to getting hit. And all of that causes you to have a certain rhythm. To not fumble. You know what I'm saying? To be sure when you get into the game. Me, when I played, they asked me what play I want first. I told them the zero hold. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know about the zero hold. That's right there between the nose guys. Get me right there and there. Get me right there and there, and I'm good. Once I get my first hit, man, and get over with, man, I'm good to go. Let's rock and roll. So maybe that's what he is dealing with. But now CeeDee Lamb, that's something totally different. That's something totally different with CD. I don't know what's going on in his mind. Game preparation. Yeah, are you having too much fun? I don't know what's going on with CD, man. CD on an island somewhere. I'm like, bro, we need you to step up, man. We need you to get right. Yeah, he got the speed and he had that bomb, but yeah, man, we need him to step up, man. We need him to really be the Batman and Robin on this football team, because it was prime time when Pickens went down. All right, I'm that dude. Let's go. Man, what next man up? Let's go get it. So they should have never dropped off. The 2 fumbles that the Cowboys had should have resulted in the 2 scores. 2 scores. Now I will say, Shoddy Too Hotty was trying to be too sexy at the 5-yard line. When CD dropped the football, he was trying to be a little too sexy right there. At that moment, at that time, I'm bringing my offense to the sideline. And I'm telling my offense, Javonte Williams getting the ball 2 times in a row. He's getting the rock 2 times in a row. We're going to get in the end zone on the running game. That was the time right there where shouted too hard. He said, well, I was listening to my father. My father was telling me, get the points. Well, the sure points, if you was listening to your father shouted too hard, would have been to run the rock. But Turpin was bad. He kept dropping, and he kept dropping, man. Yeah. And the defense is good, man. The defense is way better than it was the first 3 games or 4 games of the year. I've been on them. I've been on that defense, but I've been saying that they better do something than they did. The addition of Quinnen and Logan. Now Logan, he missed that tight end, that play when the tight end came across the middle to get the first down. Although they called it back, that was on Logan. There's no way in the world a tight end come across your face and you ain't rolling with him. You got to go with him because he gonna get the ball. Logan got to go with that tight end, but the defense is way better than where they were the first 3-4 games of the year. Way better. My only knock on Eberflus this game. Was he should have started blitzing more or sooner than he did. Because you got to get Hurts off of his rhythm fast. And when Hurts gets in trouble, when Hurts get rattled, he doesn't play well. He don't like to get hit. So he didn't do that. He got them in a 21-point rhythm. Our best game was when Commander. Now, I'm going to say the best game was against the Raiders. They played complimentary football on all 4 phases of the game. Complimentary football. Offense was kicking their teeth in. Defense was kicking down the doors and kicking their teeth in. Special teams did what they had to do. And this game started off to be a disaster, but the defense shut them out the second half. They didn't score not 1 point the second half. Special teams, that fumble that he hit, that Clark hit homie with, that fumble right there, oh man, the special teams, yeah. And then the offense, and then, special teams again with the field goal to win the game. That's good fun. And you know what that remind me of? That remind me of the Cowboys of old. They came back in the second half. The Cowboys of old has always been a second half team. The Cowboys brought that back. Second half, we're going to win this game. And by God, they did. They won the game. So, again, you take the good with the bad. It wasn't a pretty game, but it was a game that we needed to win, and we won it. Yeah, he's very, 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 very good. The dependable. I love the fact that when he missed the first chip, man, he put that behind him and said, man, I'm not tripping off that. We're not tripping off that. It's on to the next one. I knock it through the next time. And by God, he did. And so, this is what we are up against, man. This year we got Kansas City coming up. And I'm telling you right now, this win right here shook them up. This win shook up the world. You can believe that, because they didn't think that we was going to win this game. And it's a shakeup going on now. The Cowboys got people on the clock. When you come to play us, and we got another game to play home against KC, and I think we got like 2 or 3 more games we're going to play on the road. But let me tell you, the rundown that I see the Cowboys playing, starting with the Chiefs, that's a W. The Lions, the Cowboys and the Lions, it's a kind of a toss-up. You feel me? It's a toss-up because the Lions have beat the Cowboys 2 out of 3. The last few games, they beat the Cowboys. The last time the Dallas Cowboys beat the Lions was in the playoffs. That was that time. But after that, the Lions beat the Cowboys twice. So I'm going to give the Cowboys the nod on that one to beat the Lions. It's going to be tough going down in Detroit to beat them, but I think the Cowboys going to beat them the way they playing. If the Cowboys knock off Kansas City, let me tell you this. Trust me. Their confidence going to go through the roof, man. If they beat KC Thursday, their confidence is going to be zooted. Their mind going to be zooted if they beat KC Thursday. Mark my words on that. But I got them beating KC. Of course, they're going to beat the Commanders and the Giants. My asterisk game is going to be the Cowboys and the Chargers. That's going to be my asterisk game of whether or not the Cowboys can beat these Chargers. I suspect that they can, but that's going to be the game that you want to watch for the Cowboys to play. I want the Cowboys to keep George Pickens. They'll keep him. Jerry Jones said he's going to keep him. Jerry said, don't worry about that. We're going to keep him. We got enough to keep all of them because the Cowboys haven't really spent no money. You feel me? They haven't really spent no money. So Jerry said, we're going to keep him. We got enough money to keep everybody. KC is, what is that? KC is mid, Patrick. KC is, what are you trying to say? Patrick is not good. Well, they got a bad football team right now. They ain't playing with a lot of confidence. But, check it out. When you play against the Cowboys, everybody get up for that game. This is the reason why, if I was a defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm circling every team. I'm circling all 16 teams on the calendar. Why? Because all 16 teams have circled you on the calendar. So that should be something that you should be like, hey, man, then nah. We're going to flip the script. You know what I'm saying? We know that y'all coming for us, but we coming for y'all because we the Cowboys. And everybody want to beat the Cowboys. Everybody want to beat the Cowboys. The Saints, man, let me tell you something. I know a lot of y'all probably like your head coach. He's the offensive coordinator. He's an offensive coordinator. And that's what he is very, very good at. That is what he's very, very good at. You're going to have to start there. I don't know if based on for what he did at Philly, based on what he did with us, they were looking for him to duplicate the same thing there. And now I don't know your player personnel. I don't know who you guys have. I got to go back and look at it and see exactly who you guys have and who you let go. I don't know if you all are in an overall rebuild right now. I don't know that. I don't know that for a fact. but I do know that you do have a very good offensive coordinator, and stepping up to be the head coach, that's a tall task, and hopefully he was up for it. But the record speaks for itself. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good, man. That's not good. You have some very great great minds in this game, man. And you all are in a very tough division. That's a tough division to be in, you know. But they look good today from what I saw. They look good today. I don't know whether or not they won, but they look very good today from what I saw. Defensively, look very good. But I don't know who's coming on tonight, but I'm going to check that out and come back online. Finn, man, is always good to talk with you, my man. And hey, Cowboys, man, we got to keep this train rolling. I suspect that we will against KC. You got a defensive mind coach over there anyway. We know Andy Reid pretty good. Him being in the division before, we know him pretty good. So, oh man, that's a runaway. Kind of remind me of the game with the Cowboys today, but we came back and won this game. I felt that we would. I felt the defense wasn't playing up to their potential from where they played last week when they got together. I was looking for more pressure, but I will put that on the defensive coordinator because the defensive coordinator should have blitzed him more. He should have blitzed him more early. Get him off his keister, get him unstable. Get him reeling back early, and we wouldn't have had this issue. We wouldn't have had this problem. One time man, y'all got jokes. But anyway, yeah, I am that. But anyway, I want to move forward, man, to see what's going on with this matchup between KC. Yeah. It's going to be a very good game, and I think that the Cowboys going to come out on top. Hold on one second, man. Hold on. Let me handle this. Let me handle this, my man. My man, you tripping, bruh. Let me go ahead and handle you right quick, man, because you tripping, man. I don't do that racist stuff on the sites, man, because we all in this thing right now, together, and whatever it is that we dealing with, whatever it is that we going through in life, man. Y'all need to check a little bit of that right there, bruh. I don't know who that dude is, but I had to put him in timeout, man, because he was getting a little beside himself with his little comments. We may not read all the comments, but we see the red flag comments, bro. So, look, I ain't trying to be attack on Dak because he ain't going to play none of that. He ain't, dude, man, I'm like that too. If you push me there, but nah, man, we ain't playing that talk, man. Yeah, man, we thriving right now. We rolling, and I think we're gonna beat KC this week. I think we'll beat them. I think the next two teams the Cowboys can beat. Like I said, the only team that I really have an asterisk with is I would say it's two. I'll be fair. I say the Lions because I do have a Lions follower. I haven't seen him in quite some time. I do have a Lions follower, but I don't think that. I don't think that the Cowboys. Those are the two games that I think. I think it's going to be a tough fought game between the Cowboys and the Lions, and the Cowboys and the Chargers. Those are the two. Uh, what's up, Trace? Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. But nonetheless, I mean, that's football, man. Who else? Somebody else did it this year. They started off doing it. I can't think of the team that came back with a 21 down 21 and came back and won the game. So yeah, I think it's been done like 3 times this year, and it's the Cowboys' time to do it. But it shouldn't have got that way anyway. But that's what comebacks are for. We was known as Captain Comeback during the Roger Staubach years, man. A lot of people don't know anything about Roger Staubach, but yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's what I was trying to say. Finn, that's what I was saying. The Chargers are going to be one of the Dallas toughest teams to beat the remainder of the schedule. You on the team. What that mean? What does that mean, Trace? Bills versus Rams. It depends on which Rams team show up. You feel me? It depends on which Ram team show up. But I still believe that I suspect the Ravens going to beat them. I suspect that. But, the Bills have been the Ravens' kryptonite. So it depends on which Ravens. If Josh Allen shows up to be that ball protector, and he's able to, thread the needle. He's able to be. He wants to run the football, man, and get yards that way, man, and keep Baltimore off their square. Then they'll win that game. But if he's playing timid, if we got timid Josh Allen coming in, they're not going to beat the Ravens. They're not going to beat the Ravens. That's it. There you go. That's it. The Jaguars, the Broncos came back and beat the Jaguars. That was it. And kudos, the Broncos are doing good, man. They're doing good. Opening night Ravens. Okay. I'm trying to follow you. What does that mean? Opening night Ravens. Not being funny. I'm just trying to follow you. You might want to say I rode the short bus today. Probably did. I'm trying to get the helmet and the chin strap. But yeah, man, this was a good win. Them Cowboys did good today. They did a lot of us fans proud for the second week. Yes, that's what I meant. Yes. But again, it's the Giants, right? And the Giants took somebody in the overtime today. So I mean, if they can continue, and that's another game though. That will say that's another game because that's the last game of the season for the Dallas Cowboys, and they got to play the Giants. And the Giants went toe-to-toe with us the first game, both teams putting up over 40 points to win the game, the Cowboys did. And the Cowboys got to play the Giants in the last game of the season, and that could be, one of them thrillers and Manilas all over again because they took somebody to the wire again today in overtime. So, the Giants got fight. They got fight, and I love their running back, man. They got fight. So we'll see exactly how this thing is going to pan out within this NFC East. Well, the Giants not in it. The Commanders not going to be in it. So the Cowboys going to try to navigate their way some kind of way to be a wild card to take somebody's spot, but they got to win out. Cowboys got to win out, But those are the 3 games you got to be careful playing against is the Giants, the G-Men, the Chargers, and the Lions. The Lions always give Dallas, and I love Dan Campbell, man. I love Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell, man, got that man, Dan is kind of like that uncle that puts you in the headlock and he rub your head real bad. You know, that's Dan. I like Dan Campbell, man. I really, really like Dan Campbell. But it's going to be a very, very hard fought game, the Lions game. So we're up next with KC. They don't have a whole lot. They got an aging Kelsey. Pat Mahomes is showing signs of slowing down, forcing a lot of balls. It's not the same team. They don't have a lot of playmakers. But you know, like I said before, anytime you play the Dallas Cowboys, anytime a team plays the Dallas Cowboys, you got to just sigh, man, and be like, is it one of those games, man, that we know we can win that game, but we're going to let a team beat us? And so, you know, Andy Reid is a great coach, man. Andy's a great coach. But I will say this about the Dallas Cowboys defense, is that we were talking about that earlier, about the Cowboys defense not being good. Yes, the Dallas Cowboys defense have made some improvements. They are doing really, really good right now. But let me tell you what I saw, because I've said this in my previous broadcast. Let me tell you what Marty Schottenheimer is doing with the Dallas Cowboys defense. Do you remember his father was the head coach of Kansas City Chiefs? Yeah. You see, his father built that defense and had some household names on that defense when he was the head coach. One was Derek Thomas. Two was Neil Smith. So I see the similarities that Shotty Too Hotty is doing with the Dallas Cowboys defense, building it inside out, much like his father did when he was in KC. So I see the similarities of what he is doing, and right now it is working, because you have to account for who the Dallas Cowboys have on that defensive line, and they have some really, really good talent on that defensive line that can get to the quarterback. Now, the Eagles, it was a little tough getting to the Eagles if you're not going to blitz. It was tough getting to the Eagles because the Eagles got a really, really good front four. They have a very, very, if not one of the best, if not the best in the league. The Eagles have a very good front four. And so it was difficult getting to the quarterback if you're just going to rush 4 or 5. But if you're going to blitz the quarterback, and you got to know how to blitz. I was watching 41. I can't think of what his name is. 41 for the Dallas Cowboys. And I was watching him blitz. I was watching him trying to navigate. And he doesn't have it down pat in terms of getting to the quarterback. First of all, if you are blitzing as a DB or safety, this is timing. And his timing was always off. He never got to the quarterback. If you are a blitzer is recognized, and a blitzer understands that timing is a very, very important mechanism that he has to use or to get to the quarterback if you're going to blitz. And 41 wasn't getting it. He was not getting it. Yeah. Quinn, man. Yeah, Quinnen, man. Gave me a little scare earlier. He gave me a little scare earlier. But Quinnen is definitely what we needed. And I ain't, look, let me be honest. Quinnen, I was looking for the Dallas Cowboys to get somebody like Sauce. I was looking for the Dallas Cowboys to get us a DB that a shutdown corner, or a corner that's good enough to keep us at bay from getting bombs dropped on us left and right, because that's what was happening in the first 3 or 4 games of the season. But now, guess what? Smartness kicked in. There's like, look, you know what? We got some guys up front. We got Kenny Clark up front. We got a couple of guys. We got Ziggy up there. Okay, we got some guys up front. But Osa, adding a Quinnen on that defensive line. Oh man, that just changed the tone. That changed the tone, big time. Oh yeah, that'd be freakish. Now you talking that would be freakish if we had those two. Um, yeah, we had those two, Quentin and Micah. Yeah, that'd be freakish. But I'm good with where we at. I'm good with where we at. I suspect that the Cowboys and Green Bay are going to meet up again one more time um, in the playoffs. I think they're going to probably meet up one more time. And I think who we got and what we got right now is it was a good pickup, very very good pickup for the Dallas Cowboys. And like I said, man, I'm happy. I'm elated about this game. This is game 2, and I think that the Cowboys are riding the Freeland emotions right now to get us where we want to go. Everybody understands the importance of winning these games out. They know what time it is, and like I said, you remember the Cowboys did the exact same thing last year. Just didn't have Dak Prescott. We didn't have enough going into the ending of the season because we lost Dak early. And the way the season was going was really, 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 it wasn't good at all. But the Cowboys, with what they had last year, was trying to make a push to get to the playoffs or get somewhere near the playoffs to get in. And they showed some very, very good signs last year and similar of what they're doing right now, but they're doing it right now at the right time. You want to peak now. If you're going to peak, you want to peak now so you can ride that momentum into the playoffs and hopefully go deep into the playoffs. Oh yeah, man. Cooper Rush, man, has been talking trash over there at the Texans, man. Talking about our facility. A lot of people. I had an interesting conversation with a buddy of mine, and we were talking about what Cooper Rush had said about the team being a distraction because of how the facilities are built for people to come in and watch you work out. I said, look, let me tell you something, man. First and foremost, let me share this with you. Distractions are part of football, and they're always going to be around football or any sports for that matter. Distractions are going to be there. The person that understands the importance of winning knows how to block out distractions. And for what he was talking about, Cooper Rush was talking about, nah, man, distractions are part of the game. It's part of the game, man. It's according to how you deal with your surroundings in the distractions, especially when you're trying to win. Cowboys are cooked. Go root for nah, man. Stop, man. You on that ooh wee, bruh. Start smoking that ooh wee. All right, that we need you to do. Start smoking that ooh wee. And we knew that somebody or somebody's was gonna come on here, but man, I can take that right there. Just don't come on here with that racist stuff. I'm all right with you, but don't come on here with that racist stuff like the last dude did. I had to get him up out of here because I don't appreciate that, man. We in a different era, different time. Everybody is edgy. Everybody there isn't not one person in America that isn't edgy about what's taking place in this country. Ain't nobody. So let's stop all that nonsense, man. Like I say, I can deal with all that you just said a minute ago. That's cool. That come with it. That come with the territory. But we may be all right. I think we're gonna win. Like I said, we'll beat KC. The Lions are going to give us some problems, but I think we can win that game, but they're going to give us some problems. The Commanders, not worried about. The Chargers, going to give us some problems. But I think we still can win that game. The Giants, we can win that game, but the Giants are starting to play everybody tough. Every game you go in with the Giants is going to be tough. It's going to be a tough win. Yeah, man. We got haters, man. We got haters. They mad, man. Yeah, we'll beat the Vikings. I forgot about the Vikings. I forgot about them. We'll beat the Vikings. The Vikings lost bad today against Green Bay. So if you look at how we fared against Green Bay, analytics say that we'll win that game. Analytics say we'll win that game. But, we'll see. I'm going to let you see what Dak Attack is talking about. Dak Attack has been Attack on Dak has been talking big time. Where you at, Attack on Dak? Oh man. Your boy, let's see what he's talking about. No, he's not. No, he's not. Justin Jefferson, man. But like I said, here's the funny thing about the Cowboys is this. Like I said, Justin Jefferson may not be good anymore, but it's just the Cowboys game that makes them even better. Spotlight's his own. It's the Cowboys you're gonna play against, and it seems like they reach into their bag of being good or greatness playing against the Cowboys. So that's what we gotta contend with as being America's team. That's what we have to contend with, man. And statistics and analytics say the Cowboys are going to win that game. But the players, when they begin to play the Cowboys, look, we might not beat nobody else. We got to beat Dallas, and that's just how they think. This is what we have to contend with. All right, Bubba Dub, what you got to say, baby boy? What you got to say, Bubba Dub? Bubba Dub. Come on, man. Let's get to it.
It was down 21. No, hold up, dog. It's going too fast for the people. Let me give y'all time to deal. Man, hit the like button right quick for you. You see it? Hit the like button. Make sure when you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And when you subscribe to the channel, make sure you keep your notifications turned on.
Bubba Dub, man, be on one every single time. Never fail. Every single time he's on one. He said they were scoring too fast. Again, that you got to contribute that to Eberflus's defense in terms of not blitzing. And I'm gonna be upfront with you. Every time I play Hurts, I'm blitzing. I'm out the gate. I'm blitzing because you gotta rattle them. You have to. I'm gonna tell you another one. I'll be blitzing out the gate. I'm blitzing Pat Mahomes out the gate, blitzing him. Go get him. Who was that? Who don't have any sugar? Who don't have no sugar in their tank? Who is that? Broke back Dak. Who was that? Who got sugar in their tank? That's what we trying to find out. But anyway, but it's just those are the players that when you get ready to play them, they end up shining. Them the players. We got a lot of. Well, I'll talk with that later. But again, these are the players the teams that when you begin shot. Man, I look, bro. I don't know nothing about that. I know the man Murray got kids. Yeah, them Beagles, man. They a little salty right now, but it's all good. But I told them that we was gonna beat them this game. I told them that. I told them we was gonna beat y'all. Y'all got away with one, the first one, barely. And what the old girl said, barely. I ain't no Donahoe, but barely. Y'all barely won that game against the Cowboys, and everybody said, don't matter. Don't matter. Win is a win. Win is a win. Well, you got cooked this game. We came back and we got that tail. We got that ass this game. But, you know, it is what it is. See you on down the road, maybe, you know, because y'all been skating. They've been skating on them games. The past 3 games, go look at it. Barely winning. Barely. You can only barely win but so much. The only team that barely won, that won a Super Bowl, was the Ravens when they had Ray Lewis. And that's because the defense carried the team. Defense carried the team. And you know, you great. You good with what is Flacco? Flacco was all right, but you know, but at the end of the day, you know, you can only win but so much. But I fan burst, man. I know you got to go, man. But I really appreciate chatting, chopping it up with you, man. Really appreciate. Salute to you, my brother. And yeah, the Cowboys, man, whooped that tail today, 24-21. Shut the Eagles out in the second half. No touchdowns, nada, nothing, zilch, zero. Didn't get nada the second half. So the Cowboys did exactly what I thought they were capable of doing. And that's the bottom line to it. I'm going to get this audio taken care of, man. But I do want to hear what my boy Bubba Dub got to say. How about them Cowboys? How about them boys? How about them Cowboys? Don't worry about the blue. Be careful about that.
Boy, situations and events like this. Now let me be real. I ain't gonna come on my show and lie. Let me be real. The Philadelphia Eagles came out hotter than Fish Bruce. Came out.
Well, they did.
0. I ain't never seen Jalen Hurts throw the ball the way he threw it that first game. I thought he was damn real. I had to put on my coat pride. Shade to make sure that damn Ringo ain't came out of the top. That was Jalen Hurts the first half, y'all. Oh, but the second half, he started to look something like an H-time nigga. What you mean, dog? An H-time nigga. He started playing shotty screw. Whole week been about A.J. Brown not getting the ball. First half, Eagles came out and got him the ball, got him involved. Eagles looked like they was on their way. Eagles looked like they was on their way. First half, Cowboy wasn't doing a me-me-thot-thot 3 in the house. Fumbling.
Well, they thought they was on their way, but the bottom line is this right here. This is what happening. This is what took place. They thought they was on their way, but what happened was they realized very, very soon that they had a defense. The Cowboys got a defense. That's the problem. That became the issue. Now we got a defense. We was the laughing stock of the NFL. What were we? Well, we was like 32 at some point, 35. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But, you know, they realized the Cowboys had a defense. And they thank God we got in the NFL or any sports for that matter, something called adjustments. And they made the proper adjustments. And like I said, the only thing that I have an issue with is that the Cowboys didn't blitz Hurts earlier. You know what I'm saying? Huddy, what's up, man? Yeah. It was a really, really nice game. Second game that the Cowboys really put it all together with the offense and the defense and special teams. Like I said, we did have some hiccups. It wasn't a flawless game, but it was a gutted out game. It was a not give up. And let me say this: Dak Prescott, man, is playing lights out football, man. Man, he's not being rattled. He playing lights out football, MVP football. You know what I'm saying? So, oh no, I was just talking about the Chiefs, man. No, definitely, man. Look, you would have been making fun of us. You look talking about 3 games ago, you'd have been talking bad and making fun about us because, man, our defense, man, couldn't stop top of the league. Defense couldn't do nothing. But you know, they came back to play, man. They came back in the second half after the bye week and after what happened to Freeland. You know, they honed in and refocused in, and now I think they're going to try to dedicate this team this season to him, the remainder of the season to him. Mr. P. Doe, what's up, bro? How you doing, my man? Welcome to the podcast, Roll Star Sports. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. Yeah, Thursday game is going to be. I'm talking about Thursday. I'm getting there. Thursday game is going to be. See, the Eagles are struggling, and they have struggled. KC have been struggling. But like I said, coming together playing against the Cowboys Thursday night, hey man, playing the Dallas Cowboys, whoever it is, man, anybody can beat us because everybody want to beat us. That's the problem. Everybody want to beat the Cowboys. So like my man was just talking a minute ago from the Vikings, he said Justin Jeffries, he's not the same. He ain't playing the same. He playing like a bum. Like, man, but he playing like a bum now until he plays against the Cowboys. And when you start playing against the Cowboys and they got the Cowboys circled on their calendar, everybody want to beat Dallas. You know? No, they're playing in Dallas. This every time the Dallas Cowboys play on Thanksgiving, the game is going to be in Dallas. Every time. Every time. Who? I don't know who my man is right there. Who? Like I said, man, we got some players, some guys that's coming in after this Philly win. I don't know if this is a Philly player or Philly fan. I still got playing on the mind. A Philly fan, but bruh, I ain't on that, man. And you know, and I get you up out of here, man, real quick, bruh. So go ahead with all that hate stuff, man, because see, I'm the kind of person that when you beat us, I ain't gonna bash you, but don't come here with that dumb stuff, man. You know, that's the short bus mentality. You need to get a helmet and chin strap. Yeah, man, CD is not. I don't know what's up with him, man. I don't know what's up with CD. I don't. I mean, I'm trying to. That boy can't catch nothing, man. The boy he catching balls with his elbows. Oh man, drop the touchdown, drop the first down, drop a very key catch for the Cowboys to continue with the chains moving. He dropping everything, man. He dropping everything, man. He caught that one. He caught the bomb. I like that. He did catch that. But everything else, man, he is dropping. I don't even know who that is, bro. I don't know who that is. Can you help me out with that? I don't know who that is. But he's dropping passes left and right, man. That ain't. Somebody got to talk to his confidence. Somebody to speak to his confidence because he need it. He need it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to talk to Shador. Shador ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Shador ready to rock and roll. He went out there today and he balled. You know, he balled. But CD got to get that. He got to get that up here, man, that he's ready. You know, what's up with that? You know? But, man, you know, the Cowboys, man, I think we're going to be all right. It's going to be a very good game between the Cowboys and KC. I mean, I don't even know who leads that series between the Cowboys and KC as of late. I think KC got us. I think KC has more wins over the Cowboys than we have over them. And so, but needless to say, it's going to be a very good game. I suspect that Andy Reid is going to reach back into his bag of Andy Reid old tricks and plays, and he's going to do well. Panther Boss, what's up, man? Panther Boss is talking about a channel shout out. I don't know too much about it, but you know, I'm supporting everybody, man. I support everybody. Don't make a difference. You come on here, as long as you ain't coming on here with no dumb stuff, man. It don't matter, man. It's open for everybody. You know, whatever it is. We talking Cowboys talk up over here, and we talking sports talk as well. I saw the Benavidez fight last night, and well, yeah, it's crazy. He wants to fight Canelo next, but I don't think Canelo's going to fight him. I think Canelo's going to get that rematch with Crawford, and hopefully this fight Canelo will have a jab. Hopefully he'll have a jab. He'll establish his jab. But if you don't establish his jab, it's going to be the same old fight, you know. But look, guys, man, that's going to do it for me for the night. I'm gonna get ready, man, for 7:30 tomorrow. I want to break down some film. I want to look at what the Cowboys did good, and I also want to talk about what they did that wasn't so good, and also break down, because we got a short week to prepare for KC, and let's see what we need to do to win that game. I suspect the Cowboys is going to win that game, but hey, in the words of the 5 Heartbeats, we shall see. Hey, look, Roadstar Sports, I'm out, man. I appreciate all you guys. Subscribe to the channel, like the content, and all the bogus dudes, man, that's leaving them crazy messages. Man, y'all need to go on somewhere with that, man. But it's your boy, Roadstar Sports, and I'm out. Peace. How about them Cowboys?